So, welcome back. And another topic today is as of Thursday of next week, I will be in New York. I'm a member of the Institute of the Black World Board. And on Thursday till Saturday, Thursday the 9th till Saturday the 11th, the IBW is hosting a reparations summit, which is huge, big deal. And I'm going to read you the promo from it. The courageous decision by nations in the Caribbean to demand reparations from the former European colonists for native genocide and African enslavement and the formation of a CARICOM Reparations Commission is re-energizing the reparation movement in the U.S. and the Pan-African world. April 9th to the 11th, the Institute of the Black World is honored to host the CARICOM Commissions, representatives from 10 Caribbean affiliated nations, for a national international reparations summit in New York, along with international representatives from Belize, Martinique, U.S. Virgin Islands, Canada, Sweden, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. The recently established National African American Reparations Commission will be installed on this occasion, of which me, your fellow Soulful Afro with Yvette, is a member. The summit has the potential to be a truly historic event. We ask you to join us in mobilizing a massive welcome for our sisters and brothers from across the country and the Pan-African world for the programs listed below. So it's starting with a welcome rally. And if you're interested, you can go to the IBW, Institute of the Black World website. So opening rally 7 to 9:30. Welcome introductions, international delegations. France Fanon's daughter is one of the people coming from Martinique. That's pretty cool. The keynote speaker on the first night is Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Friday, we're having a tribute to Congressman John Conyers, and the keynote speaker for that event is Danny Glover. So that's that's a big day. That's the money day. You have to pay for that one. Then on Saturday is the concluding rally and the celebration at the AME Zion Church Reflections. And the keynote speaker there is Sir Hilary Beckles, who is the head of the CARICOM. So this is a big deal. This is an important meeting that's happening in New York between leaders of the Pan-African world. And it's a wonderful experience for me as this, I see myself as a young advocate, moving into this space from a Panamanian perspective to be able to be a part of this entire thing. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being a part of this and to be sitting with folks that you read about. And then you're like, oh my God, they're sitting right across from me. So I will have my activist hat on, but I will also have my, oh wow, I'm seeing these people that I've looked up to and have read about over the years. So, and Charles Ogletree is actually one of the participants. Dr. Ned Jeffries, who's well known. I'm going to be in the space again with Sister Dorothy Desir, who, we've had the last two events. Julianne Marveau is going to be there. So this is a big deal. So that's going to be my next weekend.
Sounds good.
So that's what I'm ready for. So let's move in because we're almost done. Kind acts of the week. With everything that's been happening, my kind acts have been not only kind acts from others, but kind acts to myself. And my kind acts have been that I joined my sister in a 21-day meditation with Oprah and Deepak. So we finished today, and that was wonderful to be able to pause for myself and reflect and think. And then my kind act from others were, to be able to say to folks, I need to rest today. Can I call you tomorrow? Turn my phone off and gather myself because I feel like I've been moving and being really busy and needed that. So my kind acts were the folks that took the time to listen to me, that I needed a break, that I needed to step back. Um, and, the violence in the community really stirred a lot of folks up, and to see folks really wanting to talk and being available for them, but also feeling the love from them, from being available to them. So that was a wonderful thing. What about you, kind acts for the week?
I think I'm pretty close to what you said. I mean, the first thing was I've been working so hard, to get things ready for my next movement in life, and
Yeah.
I've had a few back issues, so I decided to take some time off to heal the
Yeah.
pain. So
Yeah.
that's been a big deal. And also, with all this going on, I really spent some time on YouTube, just doing some research and see exactly what is the deal with us being hated so much. I wanted to see what we can do. We're gonna learn a little bit more, so when we do come on the radio and start talking, we have some points we can look at. And I found a lot of good stuff. And one of the things that hit me that I was going to talk to you about, maybe we could do at your show at some point, is the reason why they making us hate ourselves. So because they love what we have, our culture, our skin, everything that we about. And then this particular documentary showcases the transformation. From the dreads to the piercing to the tattoos to the music, how it's being taken from the culture of ours and being brought to theirs, and which was um, shocking to see. I'm like, wow, yes, So I think as we say, we're giving a big voice to to our people. I want us to look forward, and I know people listen and they may be a little fear to call in, but let's learn ourselves. Let's call in. Let's get to know more about this show and about you, so we can have this dialogue and embrace ourselves. So I think that those two things really helped me to be kind of myself this week. Yes.
You just touched on something that I forgot to talk about the conference that I went to on Friday, and Baba Wande Abimbola was the keynote, and he's so wonderful because he's so like calm when he talks, and he talked about all of us needing a little warrior in us, that we can be gentle, but we still need to know that we're ready to fight, and take care of ourselves. But he talked about sounds and tunes and the importance of sounds and tunes, and how we sing and how we do our chants and how we say our prayers. However you do it, it's how we, fill up our lives. But he talked about we as people of African descent are special in our music and in our chants. And that music is a very important area of our life, he said. And then he said, sounds do not perish, they can be transformed and transported. But how important they are to us. And then he said this that was just sort of this wonderful, sort of like, I'm so inspired. He said, Africa is already present in everything. He said the world is being Africanized in terms of sound and movement.
True.
And there's, like I said, there's no Latin American country that has a dance or beat that doesn't showcase the African root. And even when you see people dance, you see the movement and the dancing, even the hip hop and everything, it has that root in it. So it was interesting to see the way he said it so calmly. He was like, the world is being Africanized in terms of sound of movement. So although we are being pushed away, beaten, killed, we are still very present in the culture and in society, even though many have not fully embraced it. So I'll leave us with that. We need to be able to see the goodness in ourselves, see the goodness in others, extend our hand. We have a lot going on. As I move into prepare for the meeting next week, reparation is not just about monetary gain. It's about the acknowledgement of the pain. For me, being part of the commission and speaking on it, it's about acknowledging the the African presence in Panama, but the treatment of people of African descent that came from the Caribbean to Panama
Right.
and fell in under another level of mistreatment and abuse through within the American context, and that has not fully been acknowledged. We still talk about the Canal Zone as this perfect place, and for me who grew up in it, it was perfect in many ways, but it wasn't so perfect for my grandparents or my parents, and even for me there was a context of that, what Jim Crow meant for me as a young girl. And that to me is where reparations is about. It's about acknowledging
Right.
that this happened,
Right.
that this
The
existed,
first step.
and everyone, one of the things that we've written is that most major communities who have suffered some level of genocide has gotten an apology. But yet, not only have we not been apologized to, but we still haven't been recognized and acknowledged for what was done to us and how that has still played itself out in our countries. I think about Haiti, I think about certain countries in the Caribbean, I even think about Panama, about how that colonization and that abuse and um, that treatment has still affected how we see education, how we do our health, and how the black communities in these specific countries have been able to survive or not survive. So I will have a lot to share, but follow me on my Facebook page, Soulful Afro with Yvette, or on Twitter at Soulful Afro, to learn more about what I'm doing throughout the week, other than sitting here every Sunday with you, and also, to take this journey with me starting on Thursday, where I'll be, part of this reparations meeting that is a historic meeting in the U.S. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. I look forward to having you join us again next week. Hassan, I wish you a good week. We're going to have a good week this week. We're going to move with grace and light and love and soul, and reach for that soul tapping movement that allows you to move above and beyond everything that's coming at us. So wishing you a prosperous, loving week, and tune in next week and see you next week. Peace.